The actor strike is over, and that means that the Power Ranger cast can post on social media again and talk about the show. We are gonna break down what they said and break down a few of the pictures that were shared. Let's get into it. Hit that intro, Rangers.
You are watching the Fan Club.
You're watching the Fan Club.
And you're watching the Fan Club. Do you know what time it is?
And you know what time it is.
It's time for the Fan Club. Let's go. Hey!
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher when it morphed, I made a fake.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Fan Club. It is your boy Dan Brosnan in the building. The actor strike is over, and that means the Ranger actors can finally talk about Power Rangers again. And it has been really weird. Good example, I was at Comic-Con last weekend, Twin Cities Con, and I was at a David Yost panel, and I asked him about Cosmic Fury, and he couldn't really talk about the show, and he was kind of vague about what he could talk about, but he did talk about his interactions and his experience with the other actors from Cosmic Fury. He couldn't really talk about the show per se, but now that the strike is over, we have seen David Yost talk about the show. We have seen Kai Moya and more. It is awesome to see the Rangers come back. And we were talking about that. How hard would it be to create a project, put your whole soul into it, put like a year or two into being this character, and then you can't even talk about it when the last big project you're a part of comes out? It would be really hard. How hard would it be to be Hunter Dino a month or two ago? You are the first female Red Ranger. Like, this is legendary. You get a new role in a show, which is just awesome, and you cannot post about it. You can't do anything. It's weird, and there was a point where the studios had to kind of meet in the middle, because if this strike went any longer and went into 2024, you are going to affect the pipeline of fall 24 into 25, and we can't do that. That would be just insane. I'm glad that they met in the middle on a 3-year deal, and it's a great time to be a fan because we know that Hasbro cares about Power Rangers. We know that there is a reboot project in development, and hopefully we can get into pre-production sooner than later. But today we wanted to talk about what is being said in the last few days about Power Rangers. So shout out Ranger Board. They put this on their page and we had to talk about it. Behind the scenes, Power Rangers photos are always welcome. This photo of Dino Fury Cosmic Fury cast with producer Simon Bennett was taken after the show wrapped. Haven't seen this picture in a while, but honestly, tell me why we hated the suits again. Like, I like the suits. I think they're cool. They give me vibes from like 5 different seasons in one. The real question is, though, where are the figures? We keep asking about that. Maybe we'll make another video, separate video, all about that. The next picture right here, this is freaking crazy. And I know it's just a small change up in detail, but I think it's cool. So this is a look at Ollie's new evil suit with a different belt featuring a Z instead of the squid used in the show. What did you think about this design? I love this suit. I think it's super cool. Like, I would buy a figure. If they came out with a Lightning Collection figure of this, I would be so down. And I'm down with the Z, like Z for Zed. The squid was cool, but the squid almost felt out of place when looking at it. The Z completely makes sense. He's controlled by Lord Zed. He serves Zed. Like, that would be more iconic to me, but the squid logo does make sense because we see that logo on everything throughout the show. I understand it. It's not like the squid logo looks bad by any means. it just kind of gives me this Megaforce vibe. The Z goes right with what they're trying to do. I like it. I appreciated it. And we probably have way more pictures like this that the Rangers have been waiting to post. Then the last thing that I wanted to talk about was something that we already knew. However, it's coming from somebody that just last week said he couldn't talk about anything, and now here we are. David Yost literally said a few days ago that, we can't talk about anything, can't talk about Cosmic Fury. Well, the strike is over, and here he is talking about Cosmic Fury. He says, "Let me save the debate. Cosmic Fury is 100% after Once and Always." And that just makes sense. It completely makes sense that Once and Always happened and then Cosmic Fury happens, because David Yost's character Billy, at the end of the Once and Always special, he's leaving to space. And then in Cosmic Fury, he's in space, like he's on a distant planet. It would make sense. Like, it would be really weird if this happened before. It would almost make sense because we saw the Yellow Ranger, and that would kind of place Min in there, that Once and Always happened first. So I always thought that, but I love that David confirmed that, kind of told you guys what is up, and lets you guys know that he can talk about Cosmic Fury now. So if you see him out, you see him at a panel, you get an autograph from him, it sounds like he can talk about the newer stuff. It's really weird how it all worked at panels. Like, I know when I went to the Steve Cardenas panel and even the David Yost panel, they could talk about a lot of the old stuff. Like, anything from the 90s, they pretty much were talking about. But then anything that was newer, Once and Always, Cosmic Fury, they were kind of talking a lot less about that. And maybe they could talk about the actors who were in it and stuff, but it got really weird. I remember a few months ago, I was at a Into the Spider-Verse panel with Shameik Moore, the voice of Miles Morales from the movie. And this was maybe a few weeks, a month after the movie came out, and we're at the panel, and you had to be as vague as possible with your questions, and he had to be as vague as possible with his answers. And he would kind of talk about it, but then talk about the comics and relate it to the comics, but also be like, well, in the comics it was this, and it was cool, and it was a great panel. I feel like because you couldn't talk about the show, we got to see other sides of the actors, but at the same time, it was more vague. Like, you couldn't actually get in depth on the questions and what you wanted to ask. Now that it's over, we can actually get some more straightforward answers when we're at these type of things. Now, what are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Speaking of the comments, let's see what the fans are saying. Joseph said, "I hope that for 2024 they could try to adapt the ABBA Ranger 20th special into a special that honors Jason, like the Once and Always special. Interesting. Could we get something small this year going into 2024? I know the chances are slim, but it would be cool if they could do something." Baz said, what? Tommy Oliver is expected to be the main character of the reboot? I don't think so. I think that the character is going to be inspired by JDF, but I doubt that it's going to be Tommy Oliver, unless you know something that I don't. Samurai Spirited said, "Speaking of casting, could Hasbro get all new upcoming actors in their late 20s, early 30s to audition for Ranger roles? Or are they looking for A+ performers like Tom Holland?" You know what? I think they will be looking for people who are closer to the A-list than just randoms. But at the same time, I doubt that they're going to have a huge budget. For years, I've been saying Millie Bobby Brown. I thought that would just be perfect, but now she's getting older. For years, like, you could have jumped on it when she was like 16, 17 and used her for a good 2-3 projects when she was still a teenager. I don't know what they're going to do. Will they go with adults? Will they go with teenagers? I have no freaking idea. Will they go after a few names that are kind of big, have been in a series or two? Or will they go after young, unheard of talent like we've always gone after? Not saying that that's a bad thing. A lot of good actors have came from Power Rangers in the past. But it would be nice if they spent that bread, if they spent a little extra to get a little bit extra. Always with Power Rangers, it was like, yo, here's the opportunity we're going to give you. We've never brought in an actor that could give Power Rangers an opportunity, meaning if you bring a huge name in, people are just going to come see the movie just based off of the name. They'll at least check it out, like a Rock movie, right? Even if you like The Rock or you don't like The Rock, you put him in a movie and that's just going to guarantee sales, correct? There are actors like that out there that do something for your production. You know that if you go after them and you have the right story, you're going to make some money because they're going to help bring that to life. Yusuf said, I think the reboot should be more like Marvel because some things in Power Rangers doesn't make sense. Example, when a monster attacks the city is not destroyed, even during the Megazord fights. I agree. That's something that is going to change if it is more adult. I think for years we've always wanted the stakes to be higher and everything to matter. The good moments and the bad moments, they need to matter throughout the show. So if you're having a giant Megazord battle and a monster's tearing up the city, we need to see that the next few episodes and see how that affects the people of Angel Grove or wherever the city and battle is. It's just got to make sense. I agree with that because at the end of these seasons, you should see a really messed up city, right? Or it'd be cool if they did something like VR Troopers or something where like you took them to the digital world, right? Mr. King Kong said there has been talk that it will start sometime early next year, but it is just a rumor. Yeah, I had a prediction that it could start around February or March if they get to work, but it sounds like a lot of the other things are in play. We just needed the actors to get back to work, and now we can actually officially grab our casted actors. I think they know who they want, but I doubt anyone was signing deals during the actor strike because some of the logistics and terms are going to change with this new agreement, right? So now you can sign the dotted line. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Shout out all of the fans out there that take the time out of their day to watch this content. You are the real MVPs and the reason why we can continue to make videos like this one. Thank y'all so much, and we'll see you next time. Peace. I want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members, Anime King Nick, Chaos Draco, The Arctic Operator, Dig Wyron, Tim Rage, Roderick Hare, Miguel Ortiz, Let's Talk Sports, Papillon Oger, Roderick Ham, Jason Morazes, Willie Maloney, Louis Cairns, Solima Ramirez, Danny Nascimento, Skird, Stephen Heffelman, Thomas Franco, Savage Sal, Tim Brown, Sean Schiffer, The Cosmic Nerd 24, Bruce Walters, and Austin White. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this content, you know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. You can also become a member. Please join the fan club support team right now. We have a Blue Ranger power-up and a Gold Ranger power-up. This is an awesome way to talk with the fans. Join a fan club official chat group. You can also be featured in our videos. At the end of the videos, I will shout you out. That's if you get the Gold Ranger Power Up membership. Go check it out. Go support the fan club. We love you guys, and thanks for watching. Peace.
Hi. We're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the fan club to say something funny.